And it seems like, you know, all these promotions are starting to work together more. There's all this talk about a forbidden door. Kind of what do you make of that? And just do you want to see yourself tested against, you know, a Deonna Purrazzo or a Britt Baker? And just kind of, I just love the fact that even on social media, they're, you know, everyone's supporting each other through this. It's, you know, I think it's more of a fans thing where they're kind of like, it's us, them, you know, I love Ring of Honor, but I can't love AEW. You know, it's kind of this
Yeah.
sort of us versus them mentality, but not, it doesn't seem that way with the wrestlers. So just talk about just the idea of Ring of Honor opening, you know, their relationships again with other companies, especially when it comes to women's wrestling.
Yeah, I think it's so cool. And it's pretty crazy because this era is so amazing. Like there's so many women's wrestlers that it's crazy because a few years ago you would have just seen like maybe one women's match on the card and it was called the eye candy match or stuff like that. It was like the women were very like sexualized and now it's like no, these women are like wrestlers. And we just had like NWA Empower and I thought that was amazing. um, and now we're having like women's main events and all these things, and I just think it's really really cool. And like Maria said it, she said there's no door, and I'm open to anyone that wants to challenge me for the championship, whether it be Impact or Britt Baker or anyone. Like I think that would be so amazing. And like I said, I've had so many experiences throughout my career, regardless of how old I am, of where they've shaped me to kind of be ready for matches like this. And I've always been told like you shouldn't have to get ready. You should always stay ready. And if anybody wants a shot at the title, I'm ready.
And you know, coming up, you know, there's a segment involving you on Ring of Honor television. You know, we know what a great worker you are in the ring, but also part of a lot of the time is the microphone and working with the crowd and this character part, this intangible that, you know, it seems like you have where people just want to cheer for you. Just knowing your story, especially. Just talk about, you know, we talked about Booker, reality of wrestling. They both, Sharmell and Booker, speak so highly of you and tell the story of not only about your work in the ring, but also just the time that you spent working, whether it's the summer camp program or, you know, always willing to kind of lend a helping hand. So kind of how did that experience kind of prepare you to what you're going into right now, where you have to put all these tools together that you kind of learned there also?
Reality of wrestling is literally the place to be, even if you're not from Texas. Like, that training facility is like out of this world, and I think that you don't just learn like the in ring part. You learn about like everything. Like they have promos. Their setup is like amazing. They have like promos. They have they kind of like Booker teaches you to like kind of work for TV. So I feel like if I didn't have that experience before and I was just thrown into Ring of Honor, I would have walked in there like, oh my god. But yeah, like reality of wrestling is so special to me because they've kind of I kind of grew up at reality of wrestling. I walked in there when I was like 16, and I was their champion for a bit, and I won their championship at 18, so I was their youngest women's champion. And yeah, I just like I'll forever be grateful for reality of wrestling. And like I said, like even the like you're in front of a camera now and you're working for TV, and so Booker T teaches you a lot about like being in the ring and kind of like looking for the camera. And you don't really learn that on the independent scene much when you're like wrestling on independent shows, just because like you're wrestling for more like for the fans, which you're doing that as well at like the Ring of Honor shows, but you're also like on TV. So it's a really, really hard thing. But yeah, reality wrestling definitely got me ready for that.
And before